What happens when a musician becomes the voice of a nation? Let me tell you a story, not just about a man, but about a movement. Once upon a time in Uganda, there was a young man named Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, but you probably know him better as Bobi Wine, a name that once echoed through clubs and radios, now shouted in rallies and whispered in government halls. He started with music, reggae, dancehall, Afrobeat, using rhythm to reflect the struggles of the people. But while the rest of us danced, Bobi was watching, listening, learning, and somewhere along the way he realized the microphone could be mightier than the sword. Bobi Wine is transformed from a celebrated artist into a formidable force challenging Uganda's political status quo. But can he truly unseat one of Africa's longest-serving leaders? Welcome to Enlightened Philosophy. Enlightening yours, our soul is passion, so seat back and relax. Bobi Wine, a political force in Uganda. Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, popularly known as Bobi Wine, was born on February 12, 1982 in Nkozi Hospital, where his late mother worked. On February 10, 2015, he lost his father, who had a significant influence on his life. Bobi Wine is married to his university sweetheart, Barbie Itungo, and they have 4 children, Solomon Kampala Nyanzi, Shalom Namagembe, Shadrach Shilling Mbogo, and Subi Shine Nakayai. Beyond being a family man, Bobi Wine is a Ugandan politician, businessman, philanthropist, musician, and actor. The rise of Bobi Wine in music and entertainment. Bobi Wine began his music career in 1999, adopting his now famous stage name. His first singles, Akagoma, Funtula, and Sunda, featuring Ziggy D, catapulted him to fame in the East African music scene. Bobi Wine's political career. In April 2017, Bobi Wine officially entered politics, announcing his candidacy for parliament in a by-election for the Kayadondo East constituency. His popularity and grassroots activism led to his victory, marking the beginning of his political influence in Uganda. However, his political journey has not been without challenges. On August 15, 2018, he was arrested on suspicion of unlawfully possessing firearms following a political crisis. He appeared before a military court the next day, facing charges of illegal possession of weapons. Reports indicated that he had been severely beaten before the trial, causing serious health concerns. His arrest led to nationwide protests, with people demanding his release. Although he was granted bail, he was soon rearrested and charged with treason in a civilian court. In September 2018, he was released on bail and traveled to the United States for medical treatment due to his deteriorating health. In April 2019, he was arrested again for leading a riot the previous year. His detention sparked further protests in Kampala and internationally. Despite this, he was granted bail with a stern warning against further protests. Bobi Wine's impact and achievements. Bobi Wine has received numerous awards and recognitions for his advocacy in human rights and leadership. In 2019, Foreign Policy magazine named him among the 100 global thinkers. That same year, student leaders from the East African region awarded him the title of Most Inspirational Leader. Beyond politics, Bobi Wine has also received several musical awards for his contributions to the entertainment industry, philanthropy, and social impact. Bobi Wine actively engages in humanitarian efforts. In 2012, he launched a campaign promoting disease prevention awareness. That same year, he funded the construction of pit latrines and a drainage system in a Kampala slum. In 2013, he visited Bundibugyo refugee camp with representatives from the Red Cross and the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees to deliver aid. Did you know? Interesting facts about Bobi Wine. In July 2014, his planned performances at the Drum Arts Centre in Birmingham and the Troxy in London were cancelled due to controversy over some of his lyrics, which were perceived as anti-LGBTQ+. During Uganda's 2016 election, when the government shut down social media, Bobi Wine used a virtual private network to continue posting about his resistance to the communications blackout on Facebook. He holds a diploma in legal practice from the Law Development Center in Kampala, believing that legal knowledge would help him defend the underprivileged. Bobi Wine's presidential ambitions. Bobi Wine has openly challenged President Yoweri Museveni's long-standing rule, positioning himself as a symbol of change and youth empowerment in Uganda. His political activism, resilience, and strong grassroots support make him a formidable opponent. However, Uganda's political landscape is highly controlled, and the incumbent government has a history of suppressing opposition figures. Will Bobi Wine win the presidency? Bobi Wine's influence is undeniable. He has inspired millions, especially the youth, to demand political change. However, winning the presidency requires navigating Uganda's complex political environment, overcoming state suppression, and mobilizing a large voter base. While his chances remain uncertain, his impact on Ugandan politics is already significant, reshaping the country's political future. What's your take on Bobi Wine's political journey? Do you think he has what it takes to become Uganda's next president? Leave comments below and don't forget to subscribe to be enlightened with Mumu's philosophy.